Hi guys, my name is Brian Dix. I am the Director of Development at EPFA and I want to welcome you to the 2022 EPFA Cup. You can see here, this is the sports arena in Geneva, our home for the last 5 days, mine for the last 7, where I would start showing you around and show you the facilities available to us for this tournament. So first in the door, the most important venue for most people, it's the cafeteria cum rest area. We have a fantastic group of volunteers who are providing lunch for us on a daily basis, which I'll show you a bit later. But here, all the teams can get together and have a social together and be part of a bigger company. So I'll just quickly show you downstairs where the food is prepared, all freshly made for all the contestants, all the helpers and the carers on a daily basis. Part of the stadium, which obviously we don't use, to our right is the velodrome. All our guests, all our participants have had to go a tour of this to have a look what's going on. Obviously it's a scary place to be. I didn't realise quite how much the bank of the wall is of the velodrome. Something I'm not going to take up very soon. Part of the venue is a full chair lift. So we have got downstairs as well, where we can go for changing rooms, shower rooms, everything which is for disability friendly. So everybody's included in this venue. So for most people, the engine room is the kitchen, and this is the area where we prepare all our lunches freshly made with Christoph and his team. As you can see, they're busy doing our lunches today, so I won't keep them too long because we need lunch to be on time. So when our players get here, a lot of them, this is the first tournament they've ever been to, so we do what's called classification. Behind these doors, every player who is new to the sport has to be classified, whether they become a PF1 or PF2, which we'll explain a bit later on, but that takes place in privacy behind closed doors. So to make the teams feel a little bit more welcome and a bit more secure in themselves and their own little teams, we produced our own tented village where every team has an area where they can do the technical bit, they can do the talking with the coaches, they relax and change from their day chairs to their sports chairs, and they get ready for the speed test. And the speed test is over here. Our tent to the right-hand side, some may say not a very nice tent, because that's where our officials stay. So all our referees go there, have a bit of time out, have little meetings, and then get themselves together for the next game. Here, which we'll talk about a bit in detail a bit later on, is where the speed test machine goes before every game. Every player has to complete, and if they're too high, they get one chance to adjust the chair speed to bring it down to a normal speed. If they fail that, that's it for the first half. They get one chance at half time. If they're going to fail that, that's it for the game. They don't get to play. What happens then is our teams line up here, booked by the officials, to get ready to led out into the sports arena. This is the main arena, where it gets a little bit loud. The sports arena was split up into 3 areas. We had the first pitch was here, we've got the second pitch, and we've got the technical area in the centre. Hopefully I'll get a chance to show you, and you should be able to hear what's going on. Yeah. Well, I'll take you now to the technical area and our comms area, which is in the centre. Hopefully you better hear what's going on. This is the technical area I talk about. In the centre, we have Alex and the team. They are doing the filming for live streaming of the tournament. We have an interview area set out by our side, so we can interview players, coaches, members of staff to get their update on the games and the future of the game for parachair football. Just above us, every game we have to have the official timekeeper, the head referee, and the two people either end doing the commentary, so we can live stream and get it out to as many people we can to showcase parachair football. That's a quick overview of the arena and what we do here. Here's to the last day, the finals day today, and this evening, back in the hotel, will be a celebration of parachair football in our fantastic end of tournament dinner party. Thanks very much for coming around. Hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.
Come on. There's just no communication. Hello everybody and welcome to the EPFA Cup 2022 final here at the Centre Sportif de l'Equiave between Belgium and Scotland. The teams will be led onto the field of play in a few seconds' time. We'll follow that with the national anthems of Belgium and then Scotland. So I'm just going to come off commentary for a few minutes to introduce the teams to our spectators in the bleacher seats behind. That will be followed by the national anthems, which will be muted on the streams so we do not infringe on any copyright laws. So join me shortly for commentary of the EPFA Cup 2022 final. Hello everybody and welcome to the EPFA Cup 2022 final between Belgium and Scotland. Let's go through them teams quickly before I can talk you through the journeys of Belgium and Scotland throughout the EPFA Cup 22. Let's go through this team of Belgium, arguably the tournament favourites. Number 5, Raneri Leandro Sotobrienko. Number 6, Robin Fiordaliso. Number 7, Quentin Campion. Number 9, Ilian Genk. Number 10, Iago Caudron. Number 14, Lucas Maru. Number 15, Florian Lechantre. Number 34, Tiffany Paquette. Their coaches, Robin Caudron and Michael Hamans. For Scotland, looking to make history.
Really matched Manuel Fernandez and Kaide on the left from the German.
4, Ethan Galloway. Number 6, Thomas Pettigrew. Number 7, Kieran Burns. Number 8, Colin Shield. And number 9, Nicky Duncan. Their coaches, Craig Peaty, Gareth Mitchelson and Stephen Miller. So a huge thank you to all joining us across Europe. For all of those seeking French spoken commentary, please go to Goals Beyond Grass
2022
Facebook, YouTube, Twitter and Twitch. If you're happy with my English commentary, please stick around for what promises to be an incredible conclusion to this tournament. This tournament would not be possible without the support of our fantastic partners. So a particular mention to the Loterie Romande, the Ville de Genève, UEFA, Goals Beyond Grass and more. This European Power Chair Football Association, or EPFA for short, competition is sanctioned by our world governing body FIFA, who are supported proudly by Power Soccer Shop. Once I have the confirmed starting 4 of both nations, I will strive to get them to you. Just going to go through the match officials. In the centre, hailing from France, Antoine Verge. From Austria, first assistant referee in Nordin Subovic, second assistant referee in Caroline Bean from England, and a 4th official here today from Finland. A nice representation from all around Europe. So the captains, Colin Shields and Ilian Genk for Scotland and Belgium respectively. Currently in the centre, next to referee Antoine Verge, exchanging commemorative shields. So Belgium unbeaten in the EPFA Cup 2022. They got their competition underway with an impressive 4-1 win over Germany, who around about an hour ago secured one of the 3 available EPFA Nations Cup tickets. So huge congratulations to them. Belgium followed that with a 10-1 win over host Switzerland. In the group stage, when the sides here in front of us met, nothing could separate them. 0-0 speaks to how closely matched the two teams are. Belgium finished off the group stage with a 4-0 win over Italy, a 3-1 win over Austria, and a 3-1 win over Spain. Placing first in the round robin stage, confirmed a spot in the semi-final, which happened to be Spain. They played them in consecutive games, and they won that semi-final 3-1. So that booked their spot here in front of us now. Scotland were part of the opening ceremony and fixture, where they came out the traps extremely quick. 15-0 win over host Switzerland. On day 2, 6-0 win over Austria was followed by a frustrating 1-1 draw with Spain. And on day 3, 4-1 win over Germany. They drew 0-0 with Belgium, as I previously mentioned, and they capped off the group with a 6-2 win over Italy. In their semi-final yesterday evening, they secured a 2-0 victory over Germany. Goals from Conor McCall and an own goal, Marco Rollman, booked their spot here in front of us. You can probably see the fantastic support in the bleacher seats behind us. People surround this hall in anticipation of the EPFA Cup 2022 final. I just want to take a moment to say a huge thank you to all that have made this event possible. Currently on the live stream desk behind us, Mr. Alex Dowding and Kelly DeSantos, John Taff, they have been vital to everything that's gone on this week, and none of what you're seeing in front of you would be possible without them. Moments away now from kicking things off in the EPFA Cup 2022 final between Belgium and Scotland. To all of those tuning in from Belgium, from Scotland, across Europe and the world, we hope you enjoy this conclusion to one of the first major European competitions post-COVID, and what a competition it has been. Scotland in varied orange kits, looks like they'll be shooting from left to right. Belgium in black, their keeper adorning a bright pink jersey, shooting from right to left. Now the teams have lined up. I can go through the exact starting four. For Belgium, they have Iago Caudron in the net. In front of him, Iago Caudron, 2 wingers of Robin Fiordaliso on the far side, and the very impressive Raneri Leandro Sotobrienko. For Scotland, Colin Shields, Logan Mitchelson, Conor McCall and Ethan Galloway. As Logan Mitchelson kicks off the EPFA Cup 2022 final here in Geneva, Switzerland. His attempted pass to Ethan Galloway, intercepted by Fiordaliso, out for a Scotland goal kick. Shields will want to be assured in getting this ball into the space and avoid the chairs of Ilian Genk and Raneri Leandro Sotobrienko. Can he get a second consecutive goal kick? Logan Mitchelson just coming over to have a few words with his captain. Cushions the ball into the side of his chair, met by the oncoming captain of Belgium, Ilian Genk. Trying to find a way round the back of Mitchelson's chair. He's going to try and force it through the chairs of Colin Shields and Logan Mitchelson. But Mitchelson wedged against that left-hand post, preventing that as an option for Genk. Leandro Sotobrienko now. Chance for Scotland to break. He puts it into the direction of Ethan Galloway. But Sotobrienko clears it out for a Scotland ball. Our official Caroline Bean just places the ball down for the Scotland number 2. And we'll get underway again in a matter of seconds. Ethan Galloway down the line. Conor McCall well shielded in the box by Sotobrienko. Iago Caudron. Ilian Genk now on the Belgian goal line. Back to Galloway. Back to Mitchelson. Ricochets between the chairs of himself and Robin Fiordaliso. Out for a Belgium kick in. Mitchelson controls the ball. Ilian Genk trying to find Fiordaliso in space down the right hand side, but Mitchelson very much aware to that option. 2-on-1, indirect free kick, will taken by Mitchelson. Conor McCall yet to have an involvement in the first 2 minutes. Michelson will want to put this in space. Gets wedged between Galloway and Fiordaliso. Fiordaliso with the better of that initial exchange. Michelson comes all the way to the centre, met by Ilian Genk, and the referee deems that too much contact from Logan Michelson. Very soft in awarding a contact foul. Genk over to Fiordaliso, into the space, picked off by Genk, over to Raneri Leandro Sotobienko. Good passing from Belgium. Fiordaliso couldn't quite get the angle on his chair to force a pass over the box. Sotobienko was there, ready to pounce at the back post. Ethan Galloway now for Scotland tries the reverse spin kick, but just out of reach. End-to-end stuff in the opening three of the EPFA Cup 2022 final between Belgium and Scotland. Fiordaliso to take this kick in. Ilian Genk, a very close option. He goes for Genk, diagonally pressuring Logan Michelson, trying to bully his way past the Scotland number 2. He just about gets a ball's length in front before Michelson readjusts, sending it towards the Belgian goal. Really soft contact once again as the referee Antoine Verg gives Logan Michelson a warning for that contact. Really soft. Fiordaliso into Ilian Genk, trying to disguise that pass and let it go to Sotobienko on the left. Michelson closing the space. Genk trying to work the space down the left-hand wing, met by Michelson, ricochets back to Sotobienko, diagonal pass intercepted by Logan Michelson, and now a chance for Scotland, intercepted and straight back on a Belgian counter-attack. Colin Shields called in defensive action, trying to guide that ball out of play, and a 2-on-1 goes in the favour of Belgium. The referee deemed the goalkeeper to have left his box, and an indirect free kick for Belgium will get us underway. Option of Ilian Genk in the middle, Fiordaliso at the back post. A real dangerous chance here for Belgium. Ilian Genk just trying to position his chair in the box. Fiordaliso, a rotated spin kick, goes in between the gap of Logan Michelson and Colin Shields. Belgium take the lead. Belgium 1, Scotland 0 in the EPFA Cup 2022 final here in Geneva, Switzerland. Michelson comes over for the kickoff, fires it into the side of Ilian Genk. End to end, goes all the way out for a Scotland goal kick. Colin Shields. A real early statement of intent from Belgium, who take the lead within 5 minutes. Colin Shields has to be careful here. Puts it into the side of Logan Michelson's chair. Immediate pressure from the Belgian captain, Ilian Genk. Sotobienko has to back off. He'll now try and perform defensive duties for Belgium, which drew Ilian Genk in. The referee had no choice but to order 2-on-1 in favour of Scotland there. Colin Shields has to be accurate with this pass. If not, a Belgian attacking player could force an effort goal bound. Sotobienko making it really difficult for him to find an option, and as suspected, an inaccurate pass from Colin Shields is met by Robin Fiordaliso. and it was only his accuracy that let him down. Goes out for a Scotland kick in. Ethan Galloway now central, picked off down the line. Right idea there for Scotland. Was going in the path of Conor McCall. Still yet to have a real involvement in this first half. Some healthy contact off the ball between McCall and Sotobrienko. Is acknowledged by our referee. Mitchelson down to Conor McCall, back to Mitchelson, pick off, intercepted by Sotobrienko. Now Robin Fiordaliso with a chance to make it to Colin Shields. Ushers the ball out of play. Ilian Genk ready to pounce on this goal kick from Colin Shields. Logan Mitchelson just angles his chair well enough, but Ilian Genk pounces on it. The referee's disallowed the goal. He doesn't feel that the Belgian captain gave the necessary 5 metre distance needed for a kick to take place, and a real let-off for Scotland. Ilian Genk having a few conversations with the referee, not too happy with that decision. It remains Belgium 1, Scotland 0. They have to be accurate with these free kicks, otherwise the 3 Belgian attackers will pounce and will punish you. Mitchelson and Genk battling on that far right hand side. The referee allows advantage. Sotobrienko back to Fiordaliso, puts it in the path of Ilian Genk, but a good shield from Colin Shields sees that roll out of play. The referee just calling the Belgian coach Robin Caudron on the field of play to adjust something with his captain's chair. I'm sure it will take just a matter of seconds before we are back underway. Iago Caudron, the goalkeeper, yet to really have any real involvement in this half, also gets an adjustment before play continues. Colin Shields has Logan Mitchelson just to his right, cushions the ball into the left-hand side of Mitchelson's bumper. Mitchelson does well to keep that in play. He's having trouble trying to find a way past Ilian Genk in this opening 10 minutes. It was agreed prior to the game that we would observe a water break after 10 minutes, so after this next phase of play, it is likely that the players will come off to rehydrate. Robin Fiordaliso back to Sotobrienko, over it to Ilian Genk, some real clinical passing up and down the pitch, eventually rolls out of play for a Scotland goal kick. We're going to observe that water break now, a chance now for players to rehydrate and cool down. Maybe a chance for the Scotland 4 to get some instructions from their coach Craig Peaty and Gareth Mitchelson. They've had trouble trying to break down Belgium's 3 outfield players. Ilian Genk, arguably the player of the tournament, showing up in the opening 10. Sotobrienko, a real dangerous winger. Caudron untested. Options on the bench for both sides here in the EPFA Cup 2022 final. For Belgium, they have Tiffany Paquette, another standout performer across the week. They've got Florian Lechantre and Quentin Campion. Scotland, should they wish to use them, have Kieran Burns, Nicky Duncan and Thomas Pettigrew at their disposal. So Antoine Verge, the referee, just marks out 5 metres. That early infringement by Ilian Genk the only reason they were prevented their second. Scotland have to readjust and find a way past Ilian Genk. Ilian Genk comes to meet him immediately. Mitchelson just positions his chair well enough to prevent that swipe forward over to Sotobrenko. He's barged his way through. Now Colin Shields will be called into defensive action. Has to position his chair, limit that option at the back post. Good turn and angling from the Scotland captain. Reverse spin kick. Chance now for Scotland. Conor McCall with a rare involvement in this first half. So the official on this near side, Nordin Subovic, places the ball down, has a little word with Ethan Galloway. Very strict on his interpretation of the power chair rules. Doesn't like any contact. Logan Mitchelson fires it towards Ilian Genk, trying to find the gap at that near side post, but prevented by Genk. Danger is still there. Scotland have players forward. If Mitchelson can flick it over to Galloway, puts it in Galloway's path, but deems Galloway and Mitchelson closer than 3 metres together and awards a 2-on-1 in Belgium's favour. Genk intercepted well by Mitchelson. Number 3 winger Conor McCall slightly unaware the ball was coming in his direction at such a fast pace. Sotobrienko into Ilian Genk, cut out by Mitchelson, trying to advance forward. The Scotland number 2 condensed Sotobrienko into his half. 2-on-1, indirect free kick to be given in the favour of Scotland. Just over 5 minutes of normal time remaining in this first half, plus any additional time the referee has accrued through that water break. Changes and adjustments to chairs. Logan Mitchelson to take into McCall, back into the space of Mitchelson, not accurate enough, and Fiordaliso try to cut it out. Galloway really caught in that top corner. If Mitchelson is to advance any further forward, it will surely be a 2-on-1. He just about vacates the space in time, taking a position on the right. He's just switched with Conor McCall once again. Galloway now central, McCall at the right. Logan Mitchelson fires it over to Conor McCall at the back post, and just wide, almost an equaliser. Scotland will want to take that momentum and channel it, searching for that goal prior to the half-time break. Genk into Caudron. Good pass over to Fiordaliso. Pick off back to Caudron. The condensed players of Belgium penalised by our referee. 2-on-1. Once again, Scotland have another chance to equalise. Galloway on the right hand side of your screen. Conor McCall at the top. No real options presenting themselves from my angle. He finds Galloway, just cushions it into the left hand side of his chair. Now a chance for Belgium to break. Mitchelson trying to squeeze past Iago Caudron. He just about manages to do so down that left hand wing and lets it nick off the front of the Belgian number 10's chair. Out for a Scotland kick in. They've been much brighter since that water break. Seem to have worked in their favour. Can he find the space? And the ball over to Conor McCall. Reverse spin kick into the side of Genk's chair. Pick off from Logan Mitchelson. And an assured clearance from Ilian Genk. Puts it out of play. Have have to mention how hot it is in this hall, 32 degrees. Hence the reason and necessity for water breaks at the half point of each half. Mitchelson fires it into the box. Conor McCall with a chance to shoot, blocked by Genk initially. The danger is still there. He's going to try and work the space, get a corner for his country. And the referee deems that to be a goal kick coming off of Conor McCall's chair last. Two minutes remaining in this first, plus additional time. Sotobrienko hasn't touched it in the last 3 or 4 minutes. Now posing a threat for Scotland. Iago Cordron advanced. Ilian Genk dropped into that defensive role for the Red Devils. Trapped between the chairs of Mitchelson and Cordron. Mitchelson seems to have got the better. If he can just find his way around the front of Cordron's chair. One of the youngest players in this tournament, Iago Cordron, I believe he's only 12. A real talent and will be for many years to come. He gets the better of Mitchelson in that exchange. Has Sotobrienko on the right. Mitchelson swipes it towards Conor McCall. He's going to try and work a pass over to Galloway. Blocked by Cordron. Now chance to advance into the penalty area of Belgium. Ilian Genk has to be strong in his defensive work and prevents Conor McCall from that equaliser. Mitchelson now having to chase the Belgian captain. Colin Shields called into action. Real end-to-end action. Mitchelson, Shields. 3 Belgian attackers surrounding the Scotland box. And eventually one of them encroaches on the 3-metre distance. And the referee awards a 2-on-1. We apologise if there is any difficulties with our cameras. We are working to fix them as soon as possible. Shields into Mitchelson, blocked by Sotobrienko. In the path of Fiordaliso, he's going to try and get a shot in the direction of the Scotland goal, but Mitchelson is there to limit. Ricocheted. Iago Cordron, interesting choice. I think a pick off from the front of his chair would have been the better option. Over to Sotobrienko. A reverse spin kick. Almost finds the gap behind Colin Shields. Sotobrienko proving a real issue. And that shot from Iago Cordron almost finding him in the Scotland box. We're into additional time, so anything accrued from that water break is going to be added on now. Belgium 1, Scotland 0. In this EPFA Cup 2022 final here in Geneva, Switzerland. Sotobrienko readies his chair to take this corner for Belgium. Iago Cordron in the box. Mitchelson clears. Back to Sotobrienko. Mitchelson now is going to try and get up into the Belgian half. He does just that. Conor McCall well down the line. Ilian Genk comes over to intercept. Mitchelson. The referee once again penalising Logan Mitchelson for too much contact. There was no malice in that rotation of Logan Mitchelson's chair, and he reaches for his pocket and awards Logan Mitchelson the yellow card. Just stop the clock to adjust something with Ilian Genk's chair. Really unfortunate for Mitchelson. We'll have to be careful now, having received that yellow. 2-on-1 for Scotland. A chance for them to work an opportunity. 2 minutes into additional time. Mitchelson has Galloway at the back post. Conor McCall to the right. Mitchelson Ilian Genk ready to pounce and intercept that pass to the number 4, Ethan Galloway. He fires it across the box. Genk intercepts. Back to Mitchelson. Trying to work it over to Conor McCall. Sotobrienko now with a chance to swipe towards Robin Fiordaliso. And the referee blows the whistle for half-time. It's Belgium 1, Scotland 0. Join us shortly for the second half. Hello everybody and welcome back to the soon to be second half in this EPFA Cup 2022 final between Belgium and Scotland. Belgium currently with the 1-0 lead. Their goal coming courtesy of their number 6 winger, Robin Fiordaliso. Just to go through the teams quickly prior to the second half kicking off. Belgium have a squad of Rannery, Leandro, Sotobrienko proved a real issue in that first half for the defence of Scotland. Robin Fiordaliso, Quinton Campion, Ilian Genk, Iago Caudron, Lucas Marou, Florian Lechantre and Tiffany Paquette. And Scotland is as follows. Number 2, Logan Mitchelson. Number 3, Conor McCall. Number 4, Ethan Galloway. Number 6, Thomas Pettigrew. Number 7, Kieran Burns. Number 8, Colin Shields. And number 9, Nicky Duncan. So Scotland have work to do if they want to get back into this tie. Belgium have their eyes on that gold medal. Another half that matches the first would see them be crowned EPFA Cup 2022 champions here at the Centre Sportif de l'Equipe in Geneva, Switzerland. So our central referee, Antoine Verge, readies the ball, and the kickoff be taken by Ilian Genk. Teams unchanged from that ended the first half. So Ilian Genk looking like he's shaping up to send it over to Sotobrienko on the left. He does just that, into Sotobrienko, over to Fiordaliza, pick off back to Sotobrienko, cutting passes in the first few seconds. Logan Mitchelson comes over to limit the space of the Belgian captain. Ricochets between the chairs. Sotobrienko now into the danger area. Mitchelson has to be careful, having already received a yellow card in the first half. He weaves to the left-hand side of Ilian Genk and into the Belgium half. Ethan Galloway isolated in the top left-hand corner. Conor McCall just driving to be in a position of support. Flick backed by Logan Mitchelson, intercepted by Ilian Genk. Over to Conor McCall, barges his way down that right-hand wing. A lot of pace on that ball. He'll be lucky to keep it in. He's unable to do so, and Belgium will get a goal kick. This event would not be possible without the support of our amazing partners, so thank you to UEFA, Goals Beyond Grass, the Lotterie Ramond, and this fantastic venue, the Centre Sportif de l'Equipe. This is a European Powerchair Football Association delivered event, sanctioned by our world governing body FIFA, supported by Power Soccer Shop. Ilian Genk working it into the Scotland half. Sotobrienko with a chance. Fiordaliza at the back post, guides it past Colin Shields at that far side post, doubling their advantage. Belgium 2, Scotland 0. And Scotland have a mountain to climb. Mitchelson to Galloway, back to Mitchelson. Pressured by Robin Fiordaliza. He goes all the way down the line. The ball remains in play. Galloway trapped. Mitchelson has to cut across the pitch. Back to McCall. This is better from Scotland. He drives over to the right-hand wing to try and keep it in play, but Belgium will get the kick in. As you can see, supporters surround this pitch. The nations of Austria, Italy, Germany, Switzerland and Spain all come in to watch this coveted EPFA Cup final. Mitchelson just cushions it over to Ethan Galloway. Back to Mitchelson, tries to guide it down to Conor McCall down the left-hand side, intercepted by Ilian Genk, who will now try and force his way into Scotland's half. Colin Shields called into action once again. He's going to try and usher it out of play, ricochets off his chair and out for a Belgium kick-in. Fiordalizo. Genk in the centre, just comes in between the chairs of Galloway and Shields. Sotobrienko in acres of space at that back post. Caudron with a rare involvement, intercepted by Galloway. Conor McCall well advanced, now chance for Mitchelson to pick some passes, intercepted by Iago Caudron, and the ball rolls out of play. Scotland ready in a change. 4 minutes into this second half. Kieran Burns preparing himself to come on in the final. Fiordaliso with the Belgium kick in. Down to Sotobrienko, intercepted well by Mitchelson. Galloway in acres of space. McCole on the top. Mitchelson off the front of Ilian Genk's chair. Very questionable decision by the linesman there to give that against Scotland. Surely come off the front of Ilian Genk's chair, but play will continue with a Belgian kick in. Frustration setting in for the Scotland contingent, both on the bench and in the stand. Sotobrienko now swipes it back in the direction of Genk, intercepted by Mitchelson. Forces his way across the pitch. Galloway controls, flicks it back. Genk manages to get a hold of it and it rolls out of play for a Scotland kick in, and we're going to get the substitution I previously mentioned. It looks like Conor McCole will be coming off. He's been fairly isolated at the top of the pitch. Can Kieran Burns add to his already impressive goal tally and get the Scots back in this tie? Mitchelson over to Kieran Burns, a real opportunity here. Can't get the direction on the shot. Invites the pressure for Fiordaliso. A real opportunity there for Scotland. Had Kieran Burns sent that pass, goal bound. Too much contact from the Scotland number 7. And Belgium will have a free kick. We're going to have another water break at 30 minutes. The referee just bringing Kieran Burns over to warn him. Doesn't tolerate any contact. Antoine Verge. Ilian Genk down to Fiordaliso. Rotated spin kick. Can't quite get the accuracy and or timing to send it across the box. And Scotland will have a little bit of respite as they prepare for a goal kick. They need to present more options for Shield and Mitchelson. It's going to go straight to the side of Mitchelson's chair. Genk quick to pounce. Really good pass over to Galloway. Couldn't generate any power to send it over to Kieran Burns, and Genk intercepts. A flick back to Sotobrienko. Back to Genk. Fires it down the pitch. Fiordaliso, pick off to Ilian Genk. Sotobrienko, they're getting their passing going now, Belgium. Back to Sotobrienko. Feints, tries to go and evade Logan Mitchelson. But Mitchelson adjusts. Mitchelson just trying to get the ball over to Galloway. Keep that ball in play. Down to Galloway, a chance here for Scotland to break. Sotobrienko quick to pounce. And some strong contact between Galloway and Sotobrienko. I wonder if our referee will award his second yellow card of the game. Once again, no malice in that challenge from the Scotsman. Just mistimed his approach. Sotobrienko coming on to receive an adjustment. Craig Peaty just having a word with Ethan Galloway. I wonder if he's going to give another yellow card. Just waiting for confirmation. It was strong contact between the two chairs. So EPFA Cup 2022 final. Belgium currently leads Scotland by 2-0. 29 minutes on the clock. In a minute's time, we're likely to get a water break. Sotobrienko over to Fiordaliso. Space limited by Logan Mitchelson. Bullies his way down the line. And the ball eventually leaves the field of play It goes out in the favour of Mitchelson. Mitchelson down to Galloway, into the space between Sotobrienko and Fiordaliso. Mitchelson does well. Can he find Kieran Burns? Intercepted by Sotobrienko. He was too close to his captain. 2-on-1 goes in the favour of Scotland. And just seconds before this half's water break, Scotland have an opportunity to halve the deficit. Craig Peaty just adjusting the strap on Ethan Galloway's chair before we get underway with that indirect free kick. So the three Scottish attackers just having discussions as to what tactics they want to adopt in this set piece. I assume Mitchelson will take responsibility. Galloway will take a position on that right hand wing. He doesn't, he goes central. Really shortly taken free kick. A little nick off the front of Mitchelson's chair. It goes out for a Belgium kick in. Sotobrienko just lets it roll to the back of his chair. We're going to get this half's water break for players and match officials to rehydrate and cool down. 32 degrees inside the Centre Sportif de la Cuiave. So the EPFA Cup 2022 final, currently separated by 2 Robin Fiordaliso goals for Belgium. As has been mentioned, they have a number of options on the bench. Quality throughout, typically throughout the tournament. So far, they've adopted a very interesting approach, changing their entire team at the halftime break, giving equal representation to all 8 players that they have brought. I think number 14, Lucas Maru, is out of the final, but they still have Tiffany Paquette, Quinton Campion and Florian Lechantre at their disposal, have all been impressive. Scotland yet to use Thomas Pettigrew or Nicky Duncan. The referee blows his whistles to draw the teams back in to that earlier kick-off. Scotland were much brighter after their first half water break. Hopefully they've had some words of wisdom from coach Craig Peaty to try and mount a late attack. Robin Caudron, the Belgian coach, will be delighted with his team's performance so far. And with 6 minutes plus additional time left to play, Belgium very much on their way to lift the EPFA Cup crown. Sotobrienko into Caudron. Back to Brenko. Over into Kieran Burns' path. Flicks it over to Nicky Duncan, the recently substituted man in place of Ethan Galloway. The scorer of both of Belgium's goals, Robin Fiordaliso, comes over to take into Caudron. Nicky Duncan with his first major involvement in the final. Involves trying to force away past Caudron. He does well initially. Trying to get away into the Belgian half. Caudron adjusts. The referee once again awards a contact foul against Scotland, deeming Nicky Duncan's swipe of his chair too aggressive. It's been interesting to see different referees operating at the EPFA Cup 2022. All have different tolerances and leniencies towards contact. The French referee obviously strict. Iago Caudron to take the direct free kick for Belgium. Sotobrienko, a nice option in the middle. He finds him. Well cut out by Logan Mitchelson, and a chance here for Scotland to break over into the path of Nicky Duncan. Pick off into the side of Caudron's chair. Sotobrienko just limiting the space of Duncan, preventing him from reversing any further. Kieran Burns wasn't able to take hold of possession due to Iago Caudron's fantastic defending. Very condensed players, 3 in the box there, as that oncoming Sotobrienko was forced over the hazard tape, designating the penalty area of Belgium, and an indirect free kick. Logan Mitchelson to take. Nicky Duncan at the back post. 3.5 minutes remaining. They desperately need a goal if they're to take anything from this final. Kieran Burns in front of Iago Caudron. Ilian Genk close to Nicky Duncan. No contact. There must be contact with the chair of either a teammate or opponent before it goes over the line for it to be registered as a goal. 3 in the box and 2-on-1 infringement, both indirect free kicks. Unlike that of a contact foul where players can shoot straight away with no need for another touch. Kieran Burns across the face of goal, intercepted by Iago Caudron. Mitchelson collects the loose ball. Corner kick. Substitution ready in for Belgium. It looks like it will be number 15, Florian Lechantre, coming on. Just trying to work out which of the 4 Belgians will be leaving. Slight confusion, but it's going to be Raneri Leandro Sotobrienko coming off. A very influential final for the Belgian number 5, and also ready in a change. Craig Peaty set to bring on Thomas Pettigrew, and that will likely be in the place of their captain Colin Shields. And in that confusion, Belgium get a goal. Sorry, Scotland get a goal. Huge. And he's disallowed the goal. There was confusion with them substitutions. Players were coming off and on. Quickly taken set piece from Scotland. They worked the ball over the line. I think Nicky Duncan was the last player. Lechantre, Nicky Duncan can't control it. Apologies for that confusion. All happened so quickly. So Colin Shields, the change they wanted to make a minute or two ago, finally happens. Kieran Burns will adorn the captain's armband, recently vacated by Colin Shields, and Thomas Pettigrew will take his place in goal. 20 seconds remaining of normal time. Florian Lechantre with the kick in, intercepted by Mitchelson. Nicky Duncan boxed in that right hand wing. Referee just talking to Kieran Burns prior to Mitchelson taking this kick in. He's going to try and find the space over to Nicky Duncan at the back. He goes straight for goal. And Scotland score to half the deficit. Must have gone straight out of play. It's a strange angle we're currently on this podium. Looked like it went over the line. Ilian Genk now with the goal kick. We're into additional time. Florian Lechantre drives the ball into the back of Mitchelson's chair. Two minutes additional time signalled from the central referee. Florian Lechantre, Belgium 2, Scotland 0. A lot of confusion in this second half. It's certainly gone in the favour of the Red Devils from Belgium. Iago Caudron and Lechantre just having a short discussion about their approach to this corner kick. Seconds remaining in the EPFA Cup 2022 final. Ricochet off of Mitchelson's chair, didn't go over the line. And now Mitchelson will try and break. So I've been informed from the cameraman behind me, they've watched back the Nicky Duncan goal, that Scotland suspected that they had half the deficit. I think the referee had awarded a 2-on-1 in that process. .42.5 minutes played. The referee with the whistle in his mouth, ready to crown Belgium as champions. Have to wait a few more seconds. Scotland with the kick in. Florian Lechantre just taking his time and vacating Mitchelson's space. Florian Lechantre going to get a yellow card. I think it's for time wasting. He blocked Mitchelson's space for a good 5-10 seconds. The referee is not tolerant of that. Mitchelson to take. Back to Pettigrew, intercepted by Fiordaliza, and that will be the last kick of the game. Belgium are the EPFA Cup 2022 final winners. 2 goals from their number 6 winger, Robin Fiordalizo, the difference. Commiserations to Scotland, but they will take huge comfort in the fact that they have secured one of the 3 available EPFA Nation Cup positions. So from this, rankings are as follows: Belgium champions, Scotland runners-up, Germany in 3rd, and Spain in 4th. 5th, 6th and 7th go to Italy, Austria and Switzerland respectively. A huge thank you to all that have joined across these streams. We hope you've enjoyed them. Once the players have had their celebrations, we will have an award ceremony, so please stick around to watch Belgium lift the EPFA Cup here in Geneva.